Thanks for joining me for another workout. Today is going to be another timer-based workout. It is going to be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 3 moves, 3 times through, followed by a Tabata pair, and we'll go through that 4 times. With me, I have my sandbag, which is about 45 pounds. I have a set of heavy, medium, and light weights and extra light weights. I have an elevation set at 16.5 inches, and I have my yoga mat and some water. So that being said, I'm going to set the timer up and we're going to go into our warm-up. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And this is just a 10-second countdown, your chance to get ready. Our first move is just going to be a light jog and arm circles. So when you're ready, start moving. Warming up the shoulders, warming up the legs, getting our heart rate going a little bit. We'll go for 15 seconds forward and then 15 seconds back. Here we go. For our next move, which is going to be in about 5 seconds, we're going to go into a wide squat, roll down. Planting those feet nice and wide, squat down, place those hands on the ground, lift through your hamstrings, walk it over to one leg, walk it over to the other leg, hold it out for a sec, squatting back down, and rolling up through the spine. Deep breath, repeat, down, fold forward, hang out here for a sec, one leg, then the other. All right, coming up into alternating A-frame and wide arm jacks. It's evening here, and I just got back from walking the dog. So I'm already kind of warmed up. If you need more than this 3-minute warm-up, please feel free to pause and get in a few more stretches. I find depending on the time of day, I sometimes need a little bit more. We're going to do an inchworm out, walking out, come down into an upward dog, back to a downward dog, and then walking out. Starting to put weight through our joints, thinking about our form, down, push up, chest up, back to downward dog. Coming up, and we're gonna do squat down and jab. Keeping nice and low, keeping that core in, and then jabbing it out. Twisting a bit through your core and following through on those punches. Trying to stay low. All right, coming down to a side stretch, whatever's comfortable for you. If it's your first time joining us, I would like to introduce Miss Ava. She will be our cheerleader today. Switching over to the other side. I think Ava thinks when I get home from work, I should be all hers. Between each set, we're going to have 30 seconds of rest, which will give us time to gather all of our equipment and make sure we're all set. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, this jumped right in. Quickly grab a heavy weight, like your sandbag, and we're going to go in to swings. So swinging, keeping those abs in, really contracting those glutes at the top. This movement's coming through your whole posterior chain, which includes your back muscles, your hamstrings, your glutes. You should not be feeling this in your back, though, and it's still a nice and controlled movement. You're doing great. We got 5 seconds left. Then we'll go in to our second move in this set. Grabbing a heavy weight and loading it up to your back. We're going to do good mornings. The first time through, I'm going to demonstrate with my sandbag. Loading it up to my back, tucking my abs in, hinging forward at the hips, drawing myself back up with those glutes. Hinge, drawing up with my glutes. If you're using dumbbells, you can load those up to your shoulder, being careful of your neck, of course. The first 3 moves are going to really focus on working your glutes and lower body. And we're in this set for 9 minutes. So really make sure that you're being mindful of your movements. All right, bring that weight safely down, and we're going to go in to hip thrusts. Back against your elevation, weight across your hips, coming, lifting and lowering. Really thinking about contracting at the top. If you want, you can hang out here at the top, really giving a nice strong squeeze. And then we're going to be back up to the first move of our triplet. A triplet is 3 moves, and in this case, it's a double triplet because we are going through it 3 times. Holding at the top, thinking about really lifting. The movement should be largely through your legs and not with your upper body. You're doing great. Feel that burn. Stick with me. All right, so we're up to the top, which again is those swings. This time I'm going to demonstrate it with a dumbbell. So if you want, grab your sandbag or 2 hands on your dumbbell, swinging down and up. And really popping in those glutes at the top. Now, because this weight is lighter, it's about half of my sandbag, I can go faster, and I can also go all the way so that I'm lifting overhead. This will engage a bit more of my core and my arms. It all depends on what your workout goals are. Lower body moves like this are a great way to start your workout because they're large muscles and they really get you nice and warm. Okay, back loading your weight. If you want, like I say, grab 2 dumbbells, put them up to your shoulders, and then hinging forward at the hip. These are power blocks, which are not ideal. I can't actually rest the dumbbells on my shoulders because they are cubes. They don't have a handle. So the weights I have today are some free weights, just regular neoprene and metal dumbbells. And then I have power blocks. Power blocks are adjustable dumbbells. Mine go anywhere from 10 pounds up to 50. And there's an expansion kit that can go up to 90. So they're similar to like Bowflex and other adjustable dumbbells, which are great in terms of storage because they take up very little space. Coming back down for those hip thrusts, weight across the legs, back against your block, and feeling it in those glutes. Again, minimal movement through the chest. Pick a spot in front of you to kind of stare at and really get into this movement. Trying to get your full range of motion. Breathing through the work, which is at the top. You're doing great. Again, mindfully thinking of contracting those glutes. I once had an instructor tell me to think about clenching it so your butt looks kind of ugly. Now we're back to those swings. So again, choose your weight, dumbbell, sandbag, or if you have one, a kettlebell. A variation of this is to stop the momentum by setting your weight down I think I get the best burn with straight up swings. And again, clenching those cheeks at the top. Even though this is a swing movement, you still want to have control. Whee! 10 seconds left. Focusing on those glutes. All right. If the good mornings hurt your back or your neck, you can always opt to do deadlifts. So deadlift, plant your feet, slowly dragging the weight down along your calves, pulling it up, feeling it in your glutes. So it's easy to recruit other muscles for this type of movement, but I really want you to think about using those glutes and hamstrings to pull that weight up, which also means thinking about keeping your shoulders back and your abs in to keep your back nice and safe throughout these movements. Awesome. So we have one round of hip thrust left in our first set of triplets, and then we will be moving on to our Tabata moves. So planting those feet, getting your shoulder comfortably on your step. I find it helpful to have a yoga mat on the edge of my step. I actually bought a discount yoga mat and cut it up and stapled it to my step, since my step is homemade. And again, hanging out here at the top for a little squeeze versus hanging out at the bottom where it's less work. Ava's cheering us on. She's excited for us to have these nice, powerful glutes. All the better to walk her with. 10 seconds left. Why don't we hang out here and really squeeze for the last 10 seconds. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. All right. We've got a short rest while we get set up for our next round. All right, the first move we have is a bear crawl hold. So, coming down, contracting that core, knees hovering about an inch off the floor, hands planted, really engaging those legs in this floating movement. Really a whole body movement. For our next 20 seconds, we're going to alternate between that and jump up, around, down, push up. All right, so when you're ready, we're going to do that box, jump around, out to a push up. Great work. Jump around, down, box, push up, back. You're doing a great job. All right, coming back to the bear crawl hold in 3, 2, 1. All right, hovering here. If you need it a little bit harder, you can add the stomp up to the ceiling. That will further engage your glutes and your abs as you fight for some balance. Nice work. All right, back to those box jumps and push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Jump up, around, down, push up. Great work. Here we go. Up and around, down, push up. Again, these Tabata rounds are great full body moves. And where they're only for 20 seconds, you can really try and push yourselves. Back to those bear crawl holds. There we go. Engaging the shoulders, the legs, the abs for a really strong base of support. Breathe breathing through some of the burn. Great. I'm gonna take this 10 seconds to grab a quick drink. Here we go. Box jump. Up and around. Down to my push-up. Down and around. Squat. Down and around. Trying to make this as fluid and athletic as you can. Okay, one more round of each of those moves. Here we go. Hovering. Lovely job. Again, doing a little check-in with your core and shoulders. I know I just had to fix mine. If that's too hard, come down for a second and then come pop right back up. Trying not to end up here. Really hovering those knees not far. Okay, last round of those box jumps. And then we are going to go in to some upper body work. Here we go. Down, over, pop, down, over, here we go, pop, push up, nice and strong through the core. Okay, grab some weight to do overhead presses. We're going to work those arms and shoulders. We're coming in to another triplet. I am going to do single, single, double. If you are using your sandbag, I want you to grab both handles and do a clean and press up. I've mentioned before, my sandbag is too heavy for me to safely do that. So I'm going to opt for weights until I build a little bit more strength. Single, single, double. Trying to keep those elbows up, core engaged, and lifting with those shoulders. All right, our next move is going to be a bicep curl. So you can keep your weights if that's your choice, or again, grab your sandbag for a nice bicep curl. This time, we are going to go out and in. So working different parts of your bicep. It has multiple attachments, which is why it's called a bicep, bi meaning two. And then your triceps have 3 attachments. Here we go. We got 17 seconds left. When we finish this, we'll have a 10-second break. And then I want you to either come in to tricep dips or tricep kickback. So that's your weighted option, or coming over to your bench, planting your hands, feet down, keeping your shoulders back. You don't want your shoulders caving in or up to your ear. You want to make sure you're rolling them back and that press is coming through your arms. Make it harder by moving the feet away. You can do one foot, the other foot, or both feet. It's really up to you. Coming back up and joining you with my dumbbells, slight bend in the legs. We have abs drawn in, shoulders back and down, and kicking back with those weights. You can add a twist at the top if you like to add a little bit more engagement. Great work. And guess what? We're back up to the top. Back up to those overhead presses. And again, that core is strong, shoulders are back, weights up to your shoulders, and I'm going to do my single, single, double. So this is round 2 of these upper body moves. You can really settle into them. Push yourself. You can grab a heavier weight or a lighter weight if you picked poorly in the first round. An added challenge would be to count your reps each round to make sure you're keeping up the pace as you get tired. Another variation, if this is getting hard for you, is a bicep curl to a press, down to a bicep curl. Bicep curl up to that press. Gives you a bit more rest time. Okay, we are coming in to our tricep move. Sorry, bicep curls. All right, we're gonna keep up with that side to front hammer curl. Opening up those arms to the side and to the front. Maybe I'll share a little bit about myself. We have 30 seconds here. I am a former overweight child who found some fitness that worked for me in high school. Some of you might feel my pain when I say there's still scars from a past of being made fun of for being overweight. And there are still days that I struggle to consider myself fit, but it's an ongoing journey that I have ups and downs with, and I'm glad that you're here with me. I try to stay positive, stay active, and do things I enjoy. So you can do those kickbacks again. You can do your dips, or if you want to change it up, you can come to an overhead tricep press. So keeping those arms nice and close to the ears, your elbows nice and tight together, keeping your shoulders down, no shoulders touching the ears, trying to keep them down. Really, it's what works for you. So again, those kickbacks and twist, kickback and twist. For some reason, those overhead tricep presses get me every time. All right, we are back up to the top. This is round 3. So leave it all on the table for these moves. Again, we don't want to be throwing with our bodies. We want to be nice and controlled. You're doing good. Release any tension you might have, and we'll work through this. So, I started my fitness journey back in high school. At the time, I would say I had a pretty poor level of fitness. My activities I really enjoyed were reading and drawing and more artistics. And I also was very academically motivated. I started off by jogging in place in my family room during commercials. Then I worked up, we're gonna go back to those bicep curls in 7 seconds. Then I worked up to running around the block. Our block is mostly hills. So I started by doing one hill I would run, one hill I would walk, and I would do multiple laps. From there, I got up to running 5K almost every day and doing Pilates and aerobics. I was always kind of a cardio motivated girl until probably the last 5 years. It's when I incorporated strength training that I noticed functional gains. So I was better able to do heavy lifting. I was better able to sustain different postures, but also I started to see the changes to my physique that I really wanted. So all in all, it's been a very rewarding journey. And we're gonna come back to those kickbacks. And after that, we will go straight in to our Tabata round, where we are gonna do a decline burpee. So feet on the bench, doing a push-up on your mat, jumping down and jumping up to the sky. And we are going to do some squat jumps. Again, the Tabata rounds are 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. You're doing a great job. Keep up that steady pace. Always thinking about form, shoulders back, elbows not moving, twisting out if you want. I don't know about you, but my arms are really starting to burn. All right, 10 seconds, and then we're going to go into that decline burpee and squat jumps, making sure your equipment is free from your mat, planting those hands, putting those feet up, push up, down, squat down, and then jump up. Safely planting your hands, jumping your feet back or stepping them back. And then up. I had a brilliant idea of how I was going to change my box jump, but it didn't really work. And I haven't stapled my yoga mat back on, so I can't really jump my feet back up. All right, coming in to those squat jumps, landing nice and soft, bringing that butt back, and catapulting yourself up into the air. Sometimes, if your yoga mat is overly squishy, or in my case, if you have 2 yoga mats, it's harder to keep your balance during some of those movements. So, hands down, again, push up, coming up into the touch the ceilings. Up, jump down, up and touch the ceilings. 3 seconds left. Here we go. Coming into those squat jumps again. In 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I forgot to give myself some water. Try not to squat jump onto your dog if they're helping you out. All right, halfway through this round with Tabata. I don't know about you, but I'm breathing heavy. Back to those decline push-ups. Now, if you want, you can always do just a regular burpee on the ground. Push up, jump in, jump up, or I'll show you next round, you can take it nice and slow and take out the impact. There's always a way to modify it so that you can participate. So down, squat jump. You're doing a great job, really powering through it, going to body weight squats if it's getting too hard, or going to tuck jumps if you need a bit more of a challenge. Taking a few deep breaths. So, if you're looking for a no impact variation, you can plant your hands, step back, knees down, push up, come into a plank, step up, nice squat, clench the cheeks at the top, down, and repeat. Last round of those squat jumps. Let's give it our all. And then we're coming in to another strength-based triplet. Our moves are going to be a squat, a lateral step up, and a front step up. So, I want you to grab and backload your sandbag if you're using a sandbag. Have an elevation nearby. Grab mine, and then grab either your sandbag or for time, I'm going to grab my weights and I want you to get ready for those squats, but safety first. going to front load my weight because I didn't have time to back load my sandbag. These weights are about 20 pounds each, so 40 in all, and they are just a little bit lighter than my sandbag. If you get tired of that, you can have your weights by your side. My box is not ideal for this because I don't really have anywhere to put my weights. So for our next move, back load, keep your back load or grab free weights. What we're going to do is a lateral step up, so to the side, come down, and then curtsy lunge. Lateral step up, come down, curtsy lunge. Lateral step up, come down, curtsy lunge. Now with a curtsy lunge, I'm going to get in the light a bit more, your hips are still facing forward, but your leg is coming back at an angle and then down. Try to keep still that chest nice and proud, staying on one leg this entire round. Here we go. Nice work. Our next move is going to be a front step up, staying on that same leg and coming to a back lunge. So I'm going to use my slightly higher elevation, and I'm going to plant my right foot, step up, come back to a rear lunge. Front, step up, back, rear lunge. Full range of motion. Try to keep those abs in, that shoulder, the shoulders back, nice and strong, making sure you have your balance. We have 20 seconds left before we are back to those squats. Here we go. Back, forward, step up. Really driving through that supporting leg. Great. 10-second break, and we're starting round 2. Those squats. Here we go. Back loading or picking up those dumbbells. Nice and controlled. Abs in, shoulders back, chest proud. Coming down, slow and controlled on the up. Clench at the top, slow and controlled on the down. By getting that full release at the bottom, you're not using any momentum to spring back up. I'm really pressing my force into my heels and pressing from the feet all the way up to my glutes. Lovely job, everyone. Here we go. So, our next move is our lateral step up, but on the other leg. So, I'm going to move my box back a little bit. I could have used my taller box for this, where I have a bit of a lighter weight, but I forgot. The last time we did these, I was backloading, which made it very hard for me to do these moves without collapsing through my core and chest, which is not ideal for balance or for my back health. So stepping up, gently lowering down, coming in to that curtsy lunge, slow and controlled, nice range of motion. Here we go. All right, now we're going to be doing step ups with our left foot leading, and then to that back lunge again. So back foot leads, whoops, pushing up through your heel, coming back down to that reverse lunge. If you're like me, being careful of other equipment you may have around. Down. Whoops. I think I accidentally turned this into another curtsy lunge instead of a straight step back. Looking good. Keep up a steady pace. Okay, we've got our final round of this move. Moving my equipment out of the way. Starting with those nice, slow, and controlled squats. Shoulders back, abs in, coming down, and pushing and powering back up. Down, pushing, and powering back up through those legs. You're doing great. And the good news is we are over halfway done with this workout. We have two more Tabata sets and one more triplet set after this one. The last triplet set will be focused on abs and arms. So this time we are going to do that lateral step up and down for 25 seconds, and then I'll cue you to go in the opposite direction. So lateral step up, slowly down, come back, curtsy lunge. You're doing great. Keep those shoulders and back, that core nice and strong. Sorry you can't see me when I go all the way up. Last one. And we're going to switch sides. Now you'll get to see me from behind. So step up, step back, curtsy down. Slow and controlled, not using momentum, not swinging those weights. Really feeling those muscles burn. So now we're going to have alternating front and back lunges. All right. So we're going to shoulders back, core in, step up, come down, step back. You're doing a great job. Step up. Again, I will tell you when we get to 25 seconds. All right, switch legs. Here we go. 17 seconds left. Feeling the burn throughout my legs. For our Tabata round this time, I'll get you to grab your elevation or sandbag, and we're going to start with toe taps, just tapping your toes up, harder, just going up harder, higher, trying to land softly, trying not to trip. Maybe we'll move this out of the way for the next round. Keep going. All right. Our next move is going to be mountain climbers. So coming down, if you want, you can come down on your sandbag or just on your hands and driving those knees in, keeping your butt down nice and low. And up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back in to those toe touches or toe taps. I like, well, you can't see me again. I'll do this. I like to my surface against the wall, unless it's something weighted, like the sandbag, and that way you're not chasing after your elevation. Okay, get ready for those mountain climbers. If on the floor is a little bit too hard, you can always come up to an elevation and drive them through. Again, we don't want rounded back. We want that nice straight plank position as we drive our knees in. Great work, everybody. Hopefully this is getting your heart rate up nice and high. Here we go. Toe taps. Again, guiding arms. If you want a bit more engagement, if you want some movement, you can go around your elevation. Ooh. Sorry. All right. Coming back down to those mountain climbers. I never realized how challenging it would be to talk the whole time that you're working out. So normally for me these mountain climbers would be on the floor, but I'm feeling the need for a little rest. And since this is my workout, I can choose what feels best for me. Coming back up to those toe taps. Careful up. Then 10 more seconds. This is our last round of these. So give it your all. Leave it on the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. And one last round of mountain climbers. Then you're going to grab your sandbag or a heavier weight, and we're going to come in to chest press. Driving those knees in. Again, last round of these. Core in, nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. So, I'm going to grab my two 20-pound dumbbells for chest presses and leg lowers, but you can also do these with your weight. So, safely lifting those arms up, lifting your legs up, keeping your lower back glued to the ground. You're going to coordinate lifting and lowering. Options are, if the hands are hard, do one at a time. If the legs are what's hard, you can set them down or do single legs, alternating. Or you can choose just to leave your legs up there, still engaging your core and pressing. You got 4 more seconds. Great job. Moving the hips to the side. I want you to grab a light weight. We're going to come up into boat pose. So, making your body look a bit like a boat, and then flying those arms open. If you want to work something different, you can also go with an overhead press, keeping that core tight, exhaling and drawing that belly button into your back. If this is too hard, setting one or both feet on the ground. If it is too easy, straighten those legs and go into that press. All right, great job. The last move is just a body weight move, which I guess you could be happy about. We're going to come into a side plank, arm up, and then I want you to draw the knee and elbow together. Switch it over to the other side, arm above, knee, come down on your elbow, still staying nice and controlled. If this is still too hard, you can come down on your elbow or your arm, put one leg down and draw in through your obliques here. Here we go. Hopefully there's a variation there for you. And we are already back to the first move of this triplet. So, grabbing my sandbag this time, grabbing two handles as to better support it, legs up, lower chest press. Coming as far as you can safely go without your back lifting. You want to try to minimize the tension through your neck and face. This is a little bit harder because the sandbag is quite awkward to hold. So even though it's a similar weight to the dumbbells, it's just a little bit more awkward. For me, we got 5 seconds left. Hold on to the end. Safely set your sandbags or dumbbells to the side. We're coming in to that boat pose, press or fly. So legs coming up. Maybe I'll go press, fly, press, fly. All right. I did abs yesterday, so I am feeling the burn. So I might go for one of the modifications. I don't know if you can hear it, but the dog seems to be getting into something, which Ava's one downfall in life, like me, is that she's very food driven. So if there is the chance of something edible, she will get in it. But you can rest assured that she has had a walk, she has had supper. I think the only thing she's looking for at this point is some attention. So coming up to that side plank, nice and strong through your core, leg in, switching over to the other side, drawing that knee in, switching over to the other side. This doesn't have to be a fast movement. It's actually a little harder keeping your balance when you're going slow and controlled. Here we go. 18 seconds left. You can do it. Keeping nice and strong. Keeping those shoulders still down away from your ears, not compressing your neck. Fabulous. And we're back up to the top. I'm ready for that final round of ab and upper body moves. Make sure you're not landing on your step, lifting those weights up. I'm going to do single leg, double. After this, we have one more round of Tabata. In that round, I think one of the most effective moves, but one of my least favorite moves. We're going to be doing Manmakers and then up, down planks. I was really working towards failure on that last set of chest presses, which kind of makes me feel good. I can't see you, so I'm going to scooch a little to the side. Coming in, and maybe this round, instead of doing flies, you decide that it's a good round just to scratch your puppy. It's your workout. Pick what works for you and what works for your family. My family right now seems to be saying, pay attention to me. So I will. Another modification is to gently support your core with your arms on your legs. Whatever's working for you. All right. Let's tell the dog to move out of the way because we are going in to those side plank, arm above the head, elbow to knee, really crunching through that side, flipping over to the other side, elbow to knee, slow and controlled, engaging that core to keep your balance, trying not to trip on dog bones when you roll over to the other side. Whoops. So for our next round of Tabata, because that's coming right up, I want you to grab a weight that you can plank row in and use for an overhead press. I am going to go with 10 pounds, and even though I have 10-pound round weights, I find ones that don't roll are easier. So what we're going to do is do a push-up, row, push-up, row, jump your feet in, bring those weights up for an overhead press. Back down, here we go, push-up, row. And we are combining that with an up, down, down plank. So in your plank position, you're going to go down, down, up, up. All right? And trying, if possible, to minimize some of the rocking through your hips, which might mean taking a slightly wider stance through your feet. Great work. In 10 seconds, we're coming back to those Manmakers. There we go. So, push up, row, push up, row, jump in, overhead, press. Down, back, nice and strong, push up, row. Getting in as many reps as you can while maintaining good form. Okay, back into that plank. Wide space for me. Down, down, up, up. Trying to alternate the sides that you go down and up on. You're doing great. 6 seconds. And we've made it so that you're halfway. Here we go. Push up, row, push up, row, strong core, jumping in, pushing up, overhead, press. Coming back down, push up, row. Well, I'm pretty consistent in how many I'm getting in. Getting ready, back down into that plank. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Strong core, strong glutes. 10 seconds left. An alternative, down to the knees, same movement. Last round of Manmakers. Let's go. Push up, row, push up, row, jumping in, placing those feet, drive up. Here we go. Push up. our last round of this entire workout. And nice and strong. Core in, glutes squeeze. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. I am starting to fatigue, but one more. All right, 10 seconds of rest, and then you've done it. Thank you all for joining me here today. It was a fabulous workout. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad that you were here with me too. Thank you so much.